There is nothing that can replace a conversation between you and me. तुम यहाँ robot लगा दो, it is not going to be the same. Your smile, my sense of sadness is never going to be replicated through AI. You ask a question that I often think about when I'm sleeping at night, कि ये कहाँ आ गए हम?
You have been a journalist for over 35 years. How has the public perception of being a journalist changed in India in this time?
Raoof, first of all, thank you very much for having me here at Alliance University. It's a great pleasure to be at your literature festival. You ask a question that I often think about when I'm sleeping at night, कि ये कहाँ आ गए हम? You know, I come from a generation which I keep saying, we worked on a typewriter in 1988 when I joined. And we had no breaking news, no 400 television news channels blaring at you. Therav tha. You know, you could press the pause button. Life was, you could do long lunches. You could talk to each other. You could listen to each other. That's changed. I think there's much more noise around us. There's much more sensationalism around us. And maybe as a result, some of the, if I want to call it, the joy and purity is gone. But at the same time, there's so much of information in real time. You know, I remember covering an earthquake in Latur in 1993. It took me days to get the information out because all communication lines were broken. Today, somebody will stand up with his or her mobile in the village where 10,000 people have died because of the earthquake and say, I'm reporting from this village. I mean, that's the big change. News is in real time. It's fast forward. It has its positives. It has its negatives. And my hair has grown gray. That's the biggest change. If you ask me, I used to have jet black hair. It's now almost fully grey.
Do you think that there is more respect for a journalist in the present times, or was there respect more there in the times when you started in 1988?
Good question. I think there was more respect then.
Yes.
Now you're famous. You're a celebrity. I don't know. You know, when I started this profession, our byline used to be by a staff reporter, unless we broke a special story. Now everybody's got their face or mug on TV. And so we become celebrities, you know. I wrote a book, I remember in 1992-93 on the Mumbai riots and blasts. And 4 or 5 of us put it together. It was really, we thought it was a good book, but no one read us because no one knew us. Now you will read because we're sort of celebrities. So I think that's the big change. We were more anonymous and maybe therefore perhaps more respected for the work we did. Now, perhaps we may be feared or become famous, but maybe less respected, which is, again, sad.
So, TV as a medium, has it elevated the stature of the anchors to such a level that news story is becoming meaningless? Is medium the message kind of a thing?
Absolutely right, and well put again. That's, I think, what is the problem. I mean, you know, now it's about prime time shows. It's not about the reporter who gathers news. I mean, my happiest moments in TV or in journalism, even before TV, have been when I'm on the ground reporting stories. You know, journalism is about storytelling. It's about listening to others. Now you're sitting in a TV studio with the same 4 faces, each one shouting at each other. That's not news. And I think the anchor has replaced the good old-fashioned reporter. And I hope that changes. I hope, you know, maybe when I'm turning 60 in 3 months and I'm saying, what do I do next in life? I'm hoping that someone will say, let's do a reporter-driven show. And maybe if that happens, I'll be very happy.
Wonderful. So looking at the polarization in the news, there is a larger debate and there are scholarly reports which have been written by several scholars, and they talk about that news in India, particularly the TV news, has become more polarized and biased. Is there still a possibility to be objective in journalism? Do you see yourself as a very objective journalist?
I don't think journalists should be neutral. I think they should be objective. They're two different things. I mean, just think about it, Raoof. What happens if somebody is killed for his or her religion? How can you be neutral about it? Right? It's clear who the victim is, it's clear who the aggressor is. And we have to say it as it is. So I don't believe in neutrality, I do believe in objectivity. I also believe that society has become hyper-polarized. Why only blame newsrooms? I mean, we cannot agree with each other on WhatsApp groups. We're constantly becoming this society where it's them versus us. This is not how it was meant to be. You may have a different viewpoint to me. We can discuss it. We can have a dialogue. So dialogue has stopped in society, and that's reflecting in the media as well. And I think that's problematic. But let's not just blame the media. It's very easy only to blame the media. I think there is a larger societal problem at the moment where we have lost the art, as I said, of listening and of being argumentative without treating the other person as the enemy. You may have a different opinion to mine. That doesn't make you my enemy. We are them versus us. It shouldn't be them versus us. We are, that is what I believe is missing at the moment, samvad, dialogue. And that's again worrying.
Mm-hmm. Thank you so much for that answer. My next question, which is going to be the last question, is the relationship between AI and journalism. What do you see the future of journalism with the integration of AI and the usage of it for the purpose of journalism?
I think that is a huge challenge that journalism is going to face in the future. I think AI can be both an enabler and a disruptor. It's already a disruptor, right? You already have AI virtually sort of creating almost a new media ecosystem. So it is a disruptor. It can also be an enabler, enable you, for example, to translate our conversation tomorrow into 15 different languages in real time, which is great. New audiences out there. I also believe that eventually technology does not necessarily mean the end of the human connect. There is nothing that can replace a conversation between you and me. Tum yahan robot laga do. It is not going to be the same. Your smile, my sense of sadness is never going to be replicated through AI. So AI will never be able to replace human emotion. AI is here to stay. We will live with it. But let's not allow it to overwhelm our lives. We will, I remember, just since you said this, I remember when TV was first coming in as private news TV, a lot of newspaper walas thought, ab hamare akhbar ka kya hoga? Akhbar bhi zinda hai. TV bhi zinda hai. Absolutely. Digital is there. And now AI is there. We embrace technology, we move forward with change, but let's not lose the human connect.
Thank you so much. Such a pleasure talking to you, sir.
Ralph, thank you very much for having me. Thank you.